Hey everybody, Steven here. Today I'm doing an unboxing and setup video for the Atumtek Dual Monitor Arm here. So the company reached out to me. They asked if I would be interested in any of their products. I looked through all of them and this is the one that really caught my eye. I've never messed with a dual monitor arm setup. I have the autonomous single arm here, but I'm really excited to try this out. So I have my Acer right here. This is a 32-inch monitor, and then I also have the Samsung G5 32-inch monitor. So I'm actually gonna get those two set up hopefully right here with this. And I'm excited to see just how much desk space this actually takes up. But with this, I do want to cover a couple things. So this is $90. It does have a $5 off coupon right now, so you can get this for a little bit cheaper. With this, you have two different mounting options. So you have the clamp, and then you can actually put this through a grommet. So I'm going to use the clamp here. So if you're going to use the C clamp, it can go up to 3.35 inches with the desk thickness. If you're going to actually use the grommet, it's going to be 2.56 inches. So make sure you measure that out before you buy this. And then with this, it fits 15 all the way up to 32-inch monitors, and then it'll hold, and this is per arm with this, a monitor that weighs up to 19.8 pounds. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. All right, so we have our manual, and this only comes in this silver color also. So it doesn't, I was kind of hopeful for black, but it doesn't come with that. So we have our actual desk clamp here. Feels very heavy duty. So we have that. And then our two arms. Let's see. So then our back bracket for actually mounting this. Here is the first arm. These are gas spring as well. Warning, do not get hurt. Gas spring has been set for 5 kg monitor. Please hold firmly. All right, let's check this out. Kind of make me nervous with this. Come on. Oh, there it is. All right. There we go. Woo! That has some force to it. So this is the first monitor arm right here. Set that down right there. All right. Here's more hardware. So this is going to be our parts. And then on the other side is just going to be the same thing. We're going to have our mounting bracket right there. And then our monitor arm. That looks to be it. There we go. All right. Now this one is going to be different, just the gas spring when you're looking at the shape here. This one that I currently have is not the same with this. I'll make sure some video pops up actually showcasing what this looks like. So different setup between these two. My first one was gas spring, it just didn't work out. I'm curious to see how the spacing works with this and how much I may have to pull the desk out from the wall to ensure that I can actually kind of push these monitors back like I like to. But what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to go ahead and actually get this set up, and then I'll talk about just the general kind of experience that I had, not only with the setup, and then we'll look at how it looks once we actually get these two 32-inch monitors set up here. This desk, by the way, is 6 foot long. I actually upgraded this earlier this year. I had an autonomous desk that was like a little over 5 feet. So I do have more desk real estate with this, but I am curious to see with that how much just these actually take up. And then the adjustments that you can actually make to this. I want to cover that really quick, but also kind of show those off with this. If we scroll to the picture, so you can actually tilt this 75 degrees going, it has that kind of arc with this going forwards and backwards. Full motion arms allow your monitors to tilt from -90 to +85 degrees, swivel from -90 to 90 degrees, and rotate a full 360 degrees. So yeah, Really excited to actually get this set up. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump ahead. I'll have this thing set up and ready to go. All right, so we are all set up here. These are two 32-inch monitors. This thing is massive. As you can see, it's taking up most of my desk here. It's almost touching my tower here, and then my microphone is on the end over there. It's almost reaching the end. And this is a 6-foot desk, so this is taking up quite a lot of space. And it looks really good though. Now, setup with this took about 15 minutes. It wasn't a long time at all. I think part of that has to do with me just actually installing a couple of these at this point. So the instruction manual, everything's laid out very simply. No problems with that. All the tools that you need are there outside of a screwdriver. You will need that in order to actually mount the brackets to your monitor. You're going to need to have a screwdriver. That doesn't actually come with this. It does come with the hex key, so you can make the adjustments to any of the areas that would actually adjust on this. The tilt, the rotation, things like that, right? The joints of the monitor arm here, you can make those adjustments. So installation, quick and easy. I do like that. My overall experience, just my initial impression is this thing is really, really good. This is a solid dual monitor arm setup. Now, I have an 1800R curve monitor here, and then that's a 1000R curve monitor there. So the curve isn't exact, but with this, in terms of the brackets, it does come with two different sets of screws. If you have a flat monitor, you have your smaller ones. If you have curved monitors, it actually comes with longer screws, and then it comes with this little spacer that you put in between that. And that was actually one of my concerns because I actually had difficulty with this G5, the Samsung G5 here with my autonomous one, just because that didn't come with spacers. Luckily, I had some extras, but with that 1000R curve, it made it a little bit more difficult to actually get that in there. But the fact that it comes with both is a huge plus. These two things, screwed it in, just put it on the arm. It was quick and easy. The only thing I adjusted after getting this set was I needed to make sure that the tilt was tightened up a little bit, just so the monitors didn't hang, because it's a larger monitor and it didn't just fall forward. I have these lined up pretty close to each other. You can make all those adjustments like I mentioned that this is possible to do, but I'm just running out of space. So if you have smaller monitors, it may be a little bit more functional. This is just massive. I think this may even be close to the same span as the Samsung G9, which is a 49-inch monitor. But if I pull this thing out, it's going to make those adjustments. We can rotate, right? We can do our tilting if we want to do that. So all of those things, easy to do. It's just more of a, for me right now, it's more of a space issue because of this. But that's been the fun part with this. One of the things, if you have an Nvidia GPU, you can do through your Nvidia control panel a surround display where it'll actually make this one giant monitor. I played Doom for a second. That was pretty fun. Now the thing with this, these are two 144 hertz panels. The hertz are going to get downgraded to 60 hertz, but 60 hertz is still going to play pretty smooth. So play Doom. The big downfall is that space in the middle where you can kind of see the two monitors actually match up to each other. You have those black bars there. So it kind of takes away, but it's still fun to play around with for a second. I also hopped into Subnautica Below Zero, which I'm known for on the channel. Now I had to back the camera up about 5 feet just to actually get the full monitor in the kind of view of the camera. But if you're sitting at kind of your normal 2-3 feet, it almost feels like you're playing in a VR headset. That's what it felt like for me when I was playing both Doom Eternal and Subnautica Below Zero. It's very, very immersive. Now the thing that takes away from it, of course, is that black bar in the middle, but it's still fun to actually kind of tinker around with. Coming back to what I have right now, I don't have that. I have my primary monitor and then my secondary monitor. The hope with this is that I'll game over here, and then I'll have, for instance, Streamlabs pulled up so that if I am streaming, I can look at the comments. That's been one of the things I've wanted to do on the channel, But when I'm streaming, I can't read comments. So I'm actually looking on my phone at YouTube at the live stream so I could read the comments at the same time. This allows me to actually view them on that second monitor, which is going to be really, really nice to do. So hopefully I can get a little bit more into the streaming, which was really the big draw to a dual monitor setup for me. I don't know if I'll keep two 32-inch monitors. This is massive, but I do like the dual setup here. So I want to cover kind of the pros with this. Setup was very, very easy. I think the price of $89 is right on point. There's a $5 off coupon right now as well. If you look at the Amazon basic monitor arm, that one actually can range from 120 to 140-ish sometimes, and that's just for one, right? 90 bucks, a little less with that $5 off coupon, and you get to do the dual monitor setup here. So I think the price is on point. In terms of what it can actually do, the tilt, the swivel, all that, that's the same that I'm just seeing across most of these other monitor arms. So you're not sacrificing anything with that. The only thing that you may sacrifice is we have big monitors like this. Like I said, I've run out of space. That has nothing to do with the arm. Matter of fact, if this wasn't in the way and that, these could actually reach even further apart, right? And I could put these in different configurations, but right now it's just I'm running out of desk space. So the functionality of it is awesome with this. And the fact that it can support these two 32-inch monitors, they're not the 19.8 pounds. I do like the fact that it can hold something up to 19.8 pounds, but they're not that heavy. They're probably like 6 to 11 pounds. Samsung's going to be lighter. The Acer's going to be a little bit heavier, but it's supporting both of these. I mean, that's phenomenal at their size. So huge plus with that. It does have grommets underneath the arms, and they're really solid. I like those, especially over the autonomous ones, which were just plastic clips. These underneath, everything fits in there really, really well. And then you actually have clips on the back also. Now I need to clean this up a little bit more, but just getting things just kind of shoved in there really, really quick was very, very easy to do. So it has a lot going for it with this. Two things I would change. One, a different color option. If it came in black, like a matte black to match the rig, I think that would be really awesome. I could spray paint this, but I'm not going to do that. My concern, I could spray paint the base and the arms, but here, just because it's that shiny metal, you start moving this thing up and down, it's just going to scrape that paint. Now, that being the arm, where you're going to set the height of the arm first with your setup. Once you have that, you're pretty set. So that wouldn't necessarily be an issue, but I just know over time the spray paint's going to wear off. I'm not going to mess with that, right? So the different option for that would be nice. I have the hex keys here, so you can make all the adjustments at those joints, but the nut itself, it just feels like it might wear down over time. So luckily, once you get whatever tension you want out of that, you're just probably going to leave it alone. But if I'm messing with it a bunch, yeah, it might strip. It just feels a little bit more malleable than I would want out of that. Now, I mentioned making sure that the warranty pops up with this. Yeah, there's a warranty with this. You also have this selling on Amazon, which is another huge plus, because if I have a problem with this in that first 30 days, I'm just going to send it back. So I like any product that is selling on Amazon for that reason, where sometimes, yeah, you buy something from a company, dealing with them directly may be an issue in just trying to get your refund, right? Not always, but sometimes, and that just makes me a little bit wary. Now, I am going to make sure not only a link for this from Amazon is in the description, but I'm actually going to make sure that their official website is there if you wanted to buy it just directly from them. But I would say go with Amazon. You're going to get it in the 2 days with Amazon Prime, and just the fact that if anything goes wrong, just send it back to Amazon, right? And you could deal with them. It's going to be a quick turnover with that. So this thing has a lot going for it. I'm excited to actually use this more. This definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I mentioned the spacers on the back to actually hold these curved monitors. So if you have a curved monitor, that's not going to be an issue. If you're dealing with bigger monitors, that's not going to be an issue. If you're dealing with a heavy monitor, that's not going to be an issue. So this thing it has a ton going for it. So that's actually going to be it for this one. I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this, and then down the road, I may actually do a review. Not sure just yet. if it continues to be the same initial impression that I'm having right now, I mean, I have no problems recommending this thing. So that's going to be it for this one, everybody. If you do have questions, maybe there's something that I didn't cover in this, let me know in the comment section. And then of course, if enough of those stack, then that's going to be a reason also to do the review. But that's going to be it for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.